So yeah, I wanted to do a really quick video on I'm going to give you a couple if you're somebody that is just starting a YouTube channel or you're someone that does have a YouTube channel, I am just giving you a warning here. And listen to this warning. Listen to this warning because I even already knew this before, and it is kind of my fault in a way because I I knew not to do it, but I did it. I knew like 5 or 6 videos ago there was some troll or negative person or it's probably some really young person on my channel that's listening and has no idea what I'm talking about with stuff, or I don't know, it could be somebody with Asperger's, or it could be just somebody that's completely negative and has nothing better to do but to troll somebody's channel and to just leave just the most vicious, whatever kind of comments, and they think that that's hurting somebody like me. Eh, Things like that, I don't even like when I say I don't have time for stuff like that. I'm telling people if anybody comes here and leaves a negative comment, I'm blocking them right away. I'm hiding the user right away. See, this is why I stopped answering comments. This is why everybody can still comment, but this is why I stopped commenting. And I knew like 5 or 6 videos ago, if you're somebody that does have a YouTube channel, if you're starting a YouTube channel, if someone asks you something in a comment, or you even answer comments. I don't even know why I started answering comments in the first place. But it's if you do answer very short, just answer very short. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming on the channel. If you're really sincere about what you're saying, but don't get deep into stuff, because see, this is what happens. These kind of people, they mess it up for everybody. You see, I was being deep with people. I was being honest with people. I was telling people the truth. I was being as honest and blunt and to the point, and I was putting myself out there, and I put myself out there, and I'm speaking about all these things, that happened in my life, and I'm talking about my personal life. I'm putting my personal life online and telling people about how, I had 3 ODs in my family, and my best friend almost got shot and killed. And then people have the audacity to call me a prick and to scorn my channel and to say these things. Like, who are these people? Like, what like I just for the life of me, it's just almost unbelievable. And I ask, where are the parents at? Where are the people that are supposed to be teaching these people things like manners and the way that they're speaking? And it's just, and this is why I say the world is a mob. The world is an angry mob. If you really want me to be honest with you, most of the world is an angry mob. Right when you say something that they don't agree with or something, it's words. It's words. It's words. And I used an example in a video where I did say vulgar words. I did say vulgar words, but I was using them in a way where I was explaining something that someone else said. I was explaining how the words are used out of ignorance, you see. And whether they even watched the video or read the whole comment, they probably didn't even read the comment. Like, the people on there, they can't even spell. So I know that it's either some young kid or it's just somebody that just has no understanding of anything. And I do. I do feel sorry for these people, but at the same time, I'm not having that negativity on my channel. It's just not going to ride. So I'm just saying, anybody who is here and you just hop on the negative train, or you're somebody that just right when someone writes a comment, you just start getting involved with it's just ignorance. It's just straight ignorance. That's all it is. It's ignorance. It's their words speak for themselves. People are just cruel. People are vicious at heart. They're wicked at heart. You see, this is why I was using the example of when I said we all crucified Jesus. You see, these people are literally the people that were yelling crucify. They were literally, and this is just a metaphor, they are literally the people that are screaming, crucify, 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 because you said a couple words that they didn't agree with. These people will literally stone you to death because you said a couple words that they didn't understand. And this is the spirit of ignorance that goes around in our world. This is literally, and I say spirit, this is the energy of hatred. This is the energy of people that don't have knowledge. This is the energy of people that didn't have parents to teach them certain things. And then they come on the internet. They have no idea what they're saying. They have no idea what people are talking about. And then, right when they don't understand something, or out of fear that they don't understand something, they just start saying anything off the top of their head. And their tongues are a poison. Their hearts are wicked. Their minds are completely corrupted by hatred, bitterness, anger, rage, just all kinds of things. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when I think of this, all that it is, it's a lack of knowledge. And it's also just, it's like little kids that are just cruel. You know what I'm saying? It's like all the kids that gang up on one kid because he looks funny, or he has something, he talks different or something, and they're throwing stones at him, and they're throwing him down the hill and ripping his clothes off and breaking his nose and hitting him with a pipe. These people are demons. They are literal demons among us. I'm telling you, these kind of people are everywhere. They're everywhere. I'm telling you, be very aware of who you are sharing information with or putting yourself out there to. See, this is exactly why. Do you see now? Do you see now, besides, saying for someone to give a monthly pledge of a couple dollars or whatever they could afford, besides that, this is why I'm starting the Patreon. And the people that been here for a long time, and you can afford it, and you can go to the Patreon. See, this is why I want to get off of YouTube, because YouTube is a shit show. It's a stoning people to death place. It's a place for trolls. It's a place for people that are haters, people that are jealous, people that are filled with all kinds of abominations. It's really, really disgusting, but at the same time, it's, you do the best to help others, and you put yourself out there, and you tell people something honest and real, and you're exposing your own life for the sake of others to understand things. And then people do this. They just blatantly do this because you said something that they know in their minds that it's the truth. They know in their minds that it's for real. And they know in their minds the reason that they're getting like that is because I said something that they know in their mind that they're in denial of, or that they're not dealing with, or something that they're so associated to. And I'm not even going to get into it because I'm not stirring any more of this bullshit up. I'm done with this. Like, this is completely done. Right when I get a negative comment, it's gone. I'm hiding it, and I'm not even going to tell you what these things do because, see, I'm going to let them realize over time what they're actually doing to themselves, you see. And I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to let it be known because I gave chance after chance. I let like 6 videos go with this mob of like 8 people, and then all that happened in the last video was like 2 or 3 people just came in the comments and started commenting just anything off the top of their head, and they probably didn't even watch the video. They didn't even listen. That's the problem. People are not listening to stuff. That's the problem. They're not listening. They're just listening to what they want to hear. And then when they hear one little word or one little sentence that is saying something that is talking about their denial, their negativity, them living their lives, then they don't even realize that they're destroying themselves. They're keeping themselves in their own hell. They're keeping themselves miserable. They are the problem. They are the problem, you see? And this is why I knew when a couple people started commenting, I knew what they were doing. I knew what they were doing. They were just throwing little whatever for me to grab the bait. And like a dumbass, like an idiot, I did. And that's my fault. I admit that's my fault, that part. You know, um, it's just a shame when people can't understand metaphors, euphemisms, examples of, saying something vulgar, but using it to explain the ignorance of it or why people say it and why we shouldn't say it. And sometimes you have to say those things in order for people to understand what it is that they're saying. You see what I'm saying? And anybody that has the slightest intelligence, anybody that has knowledge and understanding, anybody that has common sense knows these things. That's why I said it's more than likely just little kids. It's more than likely just people that are just so filled with hate that they're blinded by their own hate and they can't even see it. It's just people looking for something to do and be assholes and be whatever because they're bored and they need something to do. And like I said, I ain't never bringing this up again. Never. I ain't never bringing this up again. I'm doing this one time, and I am telling you, if you have a YouTube channel or you're starting a YouTube channel, do not, I'm telling you, do not write something to where, see, we should have the discernment of this. I already knew this years and years and years and years ago about this stuff. It ain't nothing new to me. Like, I just figured this out. I know better than to do something. And I said, you know what? Let me see. Let me just see if these people can handle the truth. Let me see if they can handle something real, something honest, something where they might have to admit that they're wrong or admit that they are the ones living in denial or they're the ones that are living in their own hatred, in their own misery and all these things. And I notice right when I do videos, people, they just have something to say right away that's negative. It's just negative, negative, negative. And they're associating negativity with being real life. This is what a lot of these channels keep saying. No, you're not negative. You're just being honest. Oh no, you're not negative. You're just telling it how it is. Oh no, you're not negative. You're just not a normie and all this stuff. This negativity thing is an excuse for people to stay in their ignorance or to stay in a dark place in their life or to stay in denial or not to do anything at all, and just they don't have a cope. They don't know what cope means. There is no cope for some of these people. What they have is all they do is they blame others. They point the finger at other people. They mock other people. They scorn other people. They troll other people. They say just anything off the top of their head because they're that ignorant and they don't understand what they're even doing. They don't even understand what they're doing. And I, as a 37-year-old man that has damn near been through everything, I feel like I'm an 80-year-old person, really. That's what I really feel like. I actually feel like I'm at the end of my life, really. But you know, you're a 37-year-old man and you're saying these things, and then you hear this, you know what's already going on, you know. And whatever. I'm not going to keep going here. I'm just saying, if you're somebody out there that's starting a channel or you have a channel, you've learned a lesson here. If you're someone that even was reading the comments, I mean, it's probably hardly even anybody that even read the comments or even wanted to get involved, because you know how stupid it is too. You know how ignorant it is too. I mean, like I said, it's just common sense. It's just, this is our world right now. This is our world right now. And this is why I don't want to be on YouTube. I don't want to be on YouTube, because right when you start talking about something you really want to, and you do your art and your music and other things, you can't even really express yourself anymore. And this is something that, if he's watching, Daryl Sloan said on his channel. He had someone that, just because of something that he said or he expressed himself on his channel, he had somebody go to someone else and harass him or try to get him in trouble and stuff. It's so pathetic. It's the lowest of the low of the low. And these people, they don't even realize they are literally in their own hell. They're in their own hell. And it's, I don't want to say anything bad about people. I really don't, because I don't roll that way. I don't have time for that stuff. I'm already gone from all that drama. I don't have time for gossip and drama and negativity. I don't have time for none of that. You see, it might seem like on my videos that I'm being negative or I'm being positive. I'm not being either one. I'm just saying how I feel. I'm coping how I have to cope. I'm telling people things I've experienced. It's just me reflecting on me. And see, this is the problem. These people don't know how to reflect on themselves. All they do is project, 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 project. They don't look back on themselves. They just need somebody to blame. They need somebody to hate. It's just like someone was in jail with this guy that had Adolf Hitler on his wall because something happened to him and his family. And he said, without Hitler, I can't live. I need to hate him to live. That's how just you can't find anything else to do besides putting a picture of Adolf Hitler on your wall and hating him. I mean, that's just, it's like, what do you say? What do you say to something like that? You can't. You just gotta, I would say ignore it, but it's like, I ask myself, a 37-year-old guy on YouTube, I ask myself, and this is not to be any kind of way when I say this, but I just ask myself, where are the mothers and the fathers at? Where are the fathers teaching their son discipline and dignity and a skill, a craft, how to treat others and live life? Where are the mothers that are supposed to be giving their son an ass whooping when they do something that they're not supposed to do? Or it's just where the mothers and fathers, and the mother and the father, I'm talking, when I said the father attributes, it's the mother too. And I know there's some people that don't have
mothers and fathers, and they don't have anybody to teach them the way. And see, this is the double standard of kindness. This is the double-edged sword of being truthful. This is the double-edged sword of putting yourself out there. This is the double-edged sword of when you attempt to help yourself and then put that out there for another person. See, they take it the wrong way. You see, it's always this projection thing, but it's not us working on us. It's not us looking at us. It's not us being honest with us. It's not us uh, taking it upon ourselves when we're wrong, admitting we're wrong, or when we said something we shouldn't have said, saying, yeah, I said something wrong, and to say that thing, you see. And I shouldn't even have to say this stuff. I mean, this is common sense. These are just principles that people should already know. So that's why I say this sounds like an out of control child. It sounds like an out of control person that has no rationality, that has no discernment, that has no knowledge, no understanding, doesn't look into anything. It's just this ball of poisonous negativity. It's just this matter, this massive ball of just blatant viciousness and just vulgar thinking, and it's all over the place. I mean, it's not just here or on a couple other channels out there. It's literally all over YouTube. Just because someone writes a nice comment on other channels, don't think that that's what they really meant. Because I would actually say it's just like something Tupac said. Tupac said, don't trust anybody. Be aware, be fair with people, be just with people, be honest with people. You see, but it's almost like you always got to be on the lookout. And this whole thing with keep your enemies, your friends close, your enemies closer. No, keep everybody close. You see, this is where we should know people by their fruits. We should know people by what they're saying. We should know people by how they act. We should know people by the way they respond. All you got to do is listen to their words. That's all you have to do is listen to the words they write, listen to the things they say. Just listen. All you have to do, if you're somebody that is an honorable quality person that has knowledge and understanding, and you care for yourself and others, and you're not a problem in this world, we should all understand this. We should all already know this. So anyway, this is just a video I'm doing, and trust me, I wasn't even gonna do this. I don't even know why I did the video, for real. Don't ask me why. Now it's making me look like something or whatever that I'm not. And this is what this ain't gonna happen on my platform. It's not gonna happen because I ain't got time for it. You see, this is so childish. This is so it's just so low. It's just so I don't even know the word for it. It's just these people know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They just don't care. They just don't care what they're doing. You know? And it's a shame. It's really a shame. And I'm supposed to forgive these people for not knowing what they're doing. I'm supposed to say, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. This is what I'm supposed to do. And it's very hard to do that. It's very, very hard to do that with people that don't understand, and they're ignorant, and they're cruel, and they're vicious, and they're wicked at heart. What do you say? Then when you're attempting to show them something, they think that, oh, you think you know more than me. You think you're bigger than me. You think you know it all. You think you're better. See, this is a mentality. This is the mentality that has crept into the people. It's getting offended at the littlest thing. When someone is actually trying to show you something to help you. And this is how people do you. They do you like this. It's crazy. It's just crazy. So yeah, I don't know. I'm still gonna do YouTube videos, but I kind of want to get off YouTube. I know YouTube is a great platform. It's a great platform, but it just, I realize now it's just, I'm still gonna do it, but it hasn't did what I thought it was gonna do, and it's just becoming something that's I don't know. I don't even want to keep getting into it, because then I'm just going to talk myself into a hole, and that's not what I want to do. That's not what I'm going to do, because I have dignity. You see, I'm a quality person. You see, I'm somebody that I ain't going to get involved with that dumb stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not going to play that game. And I'm telling y'all, don't play the game. Don't get involved with the gossip. Don't get involved on these channels where all that they comment is negative stuff. All that they talk about is everything sucks, you know, everything's horrific, everything's suffering, everything's bad. I'm telling you, don't fall into this crowd. It is toxic. It is, I'm telling you, it is, you just don't realize what you're getting yourself into. You don't realize what you're getting yourself into with this kind of thinking. I'm telling you. You think it's just words, you think it's just the internet, you think it's just people out there that are doing whatever. And I know it is just the internet. It's the internet. But I'm telling you, we have to be aware of where we are going and what we are doing. And this video is just a warning. It's a warning. And I didn't even want to do this. This is actually pissing me off that I have to do this right now, because of ignorant people, because of people filled with hatred. And then you do your best to help, or to spread awareness and knowledge so that they can understand or maybe help themselves, and then they do this kind of stuff. It's almost unbelievable. It really is. But anyway, don't fall for the trap. Don't get involved with the negativity, because all it's going to do is just going to make you feel depressed. It's just going to make you feel suicidal. It's just going to put you in a deeper, 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 deeper hole. And then over time, you're going to realize, some people will realize, that they dug this hole for themselves so deep and they can't get out the hole. They cannot get out the hole because they dug it so deep for themselves. And this is why some people, but what do you do? When do you do this? It's almost like you have to confront someone and say, "Look, you're digging your own hole here. Don't you see this?" But then they get mad at you. They get mad at you. They get pissed off at you. So this is why I'm done. I'm done with it. I can't get involved with it. This is why I keep telling everybody here, go over to the Patreon. If you have to give a couple dollars, go over to the Patreon, because I want to move this platform over there. I'm still going to have the YouTube. And if somebody doesn't have whatever, just say you don't want to do it or you don't have it. You're not going to offend me. It's not going to hurt me. See, this is what I'm saying. We can't even be honest with ourselves. We can't even tell each other, look, I don't want to pay. I don't want to pay for content. I don't want to give you money. I just want free, 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 free all the time. Just say that. Just be honest and I'll respect you more. I'll respect you if you literally say, look, there's something about you that just pisses me off. I'm jealous of you. Just say it. I don't give a shit. You're not going to offend me. I already said I'm already dead from this world anyway. People think that I'm kidding when I say these things. I'm not kidding when I say what I say. I am dead to the thinking that you see on social media and this gossip and this hatred and all this stuff. I am dead to those things. That's why when it comes around me or I see it or hear it, it's like it's like you died and you're dead, and these people that are on top of your grave, they're saying things to your grave. And I'm talking about trolls. I'm talking about people that are just that they just blame and hate for no reason, with no cause. That's why I use Jesus as the metaphor, because Jesus was crucified for nothing. He didn't do anything. They crucified him with no cause. No cause. And see, the thing is, most people never even read the gospel. They never even read the book. They never even read the New Testament. They never even read it. And then they have everything to say about it. They have every word to say about it, but they never even read the book for themselves. And this is why I say they are the angry mob yelling, crucify, crucify. That's what they are. But they're not willing to admit they're that. They're not willing to repent from the way they are. Do you see what I'm saying? They're not willing to repent, because every single one of us has a wicked heart. Every single person on this planet got a wicked heart. Little kids are cruel. You've been a little kid before, and people know what I'm talking about. And see, I didn't want to do this with the people that are here supporting me, and the people that are here to cope and understand things, and that, thumbs the video up and all, do whatever you do and come here and watch the videos. See, this is what these people do. They spread strife among brothers and sisters. And this is what the Bible tells us. It teaches us these things. They are people that spread strife amongst brothers. They are gossipers. These are abominations. These are literal abominations between brothers and sisters that are coming to get a word, that are coming to have peace and solitude, and are coming to learn for themselves. These people, they are literal metaphorical demons. They have a wicked heart. Their mind is corrupt. Their mind is vile. Vile. They are like uh open sepulchres, whitewashed tombs. They look good on the outside. They say all these pretty things. They smile in your face. They write comments saying, I love you, and all this. And I'm not saying that there aren't some of you that wrote something like that meant it. I'm not saying that you didn't mean it, because I know some of you did. And I appreciate that. I love you too. And I love these people too. I do love these people. They just don't know that, because they don't have love in them, because nobody ever showed them love. And you see, that's what I was trying to do, was to show myself and expose myself. That's the way that I show love to people, is exposing myself and putting my time into this. But see, they can't see that, because nobody has ever showed that to them. Nobody's ever taught them this, so they don't know that. They don't discern it, because it's not in their mind. All they got is what they seen on TV, or what they heard in music, or the mainstream, or what other gossipers are saying, or other negative channels, and they got caught up in that world. They got caught up in that place, that frame of mind, and they can't get out of it. That demon has them in that stronghold. And I know for me, whether it's real or not, and you already know what I'm going to say. The only thing that can break down these strongholds is the gospel of Jesus Christ. There is nothing else out here that's going to do that. For me, there's nothing else that's going to do that. Now, I'm not saying that I didn't learn things from other doctrines, from the Buddha, from writers, from if I sat here and thought I could give you a ton of examples, but I don't want to get in that. That's not important right now. But I'm telling you, be aware, watch what you're doing, look into things for yourself, so that you're not another gullible person, so that you're not another gullible, ignorant person. Because if we don't know things, then we can turn into a person that gets involved with the angry mob. They can tell you one little lie, one little thing to throw us off, and they'll manipulate you. they will say, look what he's doing. Look what he said. Oh, look, he said this vulgar word, so he's a racist. Crucify, crucify, crucify. Do you see how they do this? And I'm not even saying there are channels that they combine negativity with real life stuff. They're being honest. But at the same time, all they're attracting is these negative people to their platform. And they keep telling them negative things, and they intermingle and mix real life things in with it. You understand what I mean? They're saying a lot of truth, but they're intermingling that in with negativity and hatred and bitterness and rage and trolls and just everything under the sun that you can think of that's corrupt, that's vile, that's wicked, that's ignorant. You see, they're intermingling that with their message, with their words, with their channels, and they don't understand they're doing that. And I know they're doing that. And I'm doing my best to show them this, but they're not listening because they won't open up. You see, they will not let Jesus in to break the strongholds because they don't believe in that. They never read it. See, they don't want to let that in. And I'm not just saying that it's the gospel. It's a lot of other things. It's a lot of other things that have taught me. I've learned from Osho. I have learned from Buddha. I have learned from Shaolin monks. I have learned from other channels. I have learned from other YouTube channels. I have learned from the internet. I have learned from Alan Watts. I have learned from all kinds of people. It ain't just one person. Jesus Christ is just, well, not just, he is one of the. See, I gotta be careful with what I say here because when I describe this, I want to get my words right. He was someone that was a revolutionary spreading awareness. And people hated him for no reason. No reason, no cause. We killed innocents. That's what we killed. See, this is what we're not getting. We talk about how we don't want to suffer and we're for the innocent person. We have the innocent person's back. But then right when you bring up Jesus Christ, everybody runs, everybody scorns you, everybody mocks, everybody does all these things. And they don't even realize that the whole point of the cross is innocence. It was an innocent sacrifice for us to understand what we do to each other in the name of what most of the world does because of the mainstream, because of a long time ago when this came into the minds of men, when corruption and all these things came into our mind, because we made the choice, we made the decision to do this. And in order to explain this, it's not just going to take a video. It took me 13, 14, 15, something. I don't remember the exact time when I started to put the pieces together for myself. But this literally took, I would say, since around 2007. That led me up to this point to understand what I am saying in these videos. So, like 16 years, 15, 16 years. I didn't understand this right away. I was very, very ignorant. I mean, I was cruel. I was very cruel. I was very wicked at heart. I said things that were violent, that were things that I said that I was ashamed of, but I didn't realize what I was doing. I didn't realize why I kept feeling the way that I was feeling because I was saying these things that I was so blinded by, I was so under the spell of thinking that they were cool things because everybody else was doing them. It was popular. It was something that a lot of people were listening to. So I got to listen to it too. I have to fit in to that thing. And every time I did, it just made me feel horrible as a person. And I knew, see, this is the weird thing. I knew, but I didn't want to accept it. I was in denial. You see, I was in denial of it. I didn't want to repent from it. I didn't want to change. That's what repent means. It means to change your way, to change from your ways. And this is what most people have not done. They have not repented yet. And I'm telling you, when these guys are saying repent now, the time is at hand. Repent. This is what they're talking about when they say this, when they say repent. Because if we don't do this, we're going to stay in our ignorance. And there's going to be people. See, people think this is a joke. People think this stuff's funny. See, people, they're laughing at this right now when really this is not funny. It's not funny. We're talking about eternity. We're talking about the rest of your life here. Whether you think there's something after this, that's your personal thing. I don't even know if there's something after this. I'm just saying, we're talking about eternity as in the rest of our lives here. And there's people that have went through life completely oblivious, unashamed, unrepented, didn't change anything, stayed in their hate, stayed in their mental prison, stayed in their hell, stayed in their jail cell, stayed in their depression, stayed in their anger, stayed in their bitterness, stayed in all those things because they didn't listen to somebody like me that was in that hell. I was in that place. I know what that place is. You see, I know what that place is. I know what the demon of drug addiction is. I know what the demon of sleeping around is. But see, I don't want to talk about the sexual thing because that is in and of itself a whole other ball game because it's something so natural. So this is why there's this thing there, and I don't even want to get into that. I'm just saying I just was in denial of what I was doing. I didn't want to change. I didn't want to change what I was doing. And I was being hard headed, you see. And then I was doing a whole bunch of other foolish stuff. You see, it's like when people were trying to tell me something, I would just go and blare some song that was violent or vulgar or whatever. I would just go do it in spite of the fact because someone was trying to tell me something. Because this is how we are. If you tell the child, you can play with, listen, you can play with every single toy, just don't touch the yellow toy. There's the blue toy, the green toy, there's the blue furry monster, there's the green toad, there's the pink princess, there's the orange tangerine man there, but you can't mess with the banana guy. Don't touch the banana guy. You hear? And then you leave the room. The kid is going to go and touch the. Do I have to say it? See, when I talk about rebellion and revolution, I'm talking about awareness. I'm talking about knowledge. I'm talking about living a life that we want to live, that we should be living. You see, I'm not talking about being a rebel as in just doing things blatantly because someone told me not to and then I go and do it just to do it in spite. I'm not talking about that kind of rebel. I'm not talking about that rebellion or that revolutionary being that revolutionary. Revolutionaries are activists. Revolutionaries are people that put their time in to show awareness to others, to spread something, to put something out there to change something. You see, that's what a revolutionary is. And most people out there, most of y'all out there, you don't even realize that you're a revolutionary person. You're an activist. You don't even realize it. You don't even see it. And it doesn't make me something because I'm saying this and I'm telling you that. It doesn't make me better. It doesn't make me anything because I said I'm a neutral guy. I'm neutral from everything. I'm not an optimist and I'm not a pessimist. I'm not on the side. I'm not on the right, the left. I'm not down going for the top. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I don't even think like that anymore. I'm just being honest with myself. I'm coping how I cope. I'm putting it down raw, real, honest, gritty, yet therapeutic. You know, this is my therapy. And that's how I see it. I see it as therapy sessions. You know, a psychiatrist gets paid how much for one visit with one person? One person for them just to listen or talk to them for an hour. What do they get paid for one patient? You know, just because I don't have a paper, just because I don't, and the money is irrelevant. It just shows your appreciation to that person. You see? And the people who have given, I do appreciate that. But there's some people, stop using excuses. If you don't want to give or you don't think that you should, just say what's really on your mind. You know, don't do this finagling stuff and saying something half-assed or half-cocked. Say what you really mean. You see? You know, it's like I just, the masks and facades have got to go. If we have these things, if we are still holding on, if you say I'm holding on by a thread, I'm just getting by here, you still haven't let go. You still haven't let go. You got to let go. Let go of the thread. Fall down, stay humble, stay and it doesn't mean you can't have fun. It doesn't mean you can't live. I don't understand why people think this is depressing. This is life. This is something that gets us out of that mode of depression and all these other things. I just don't understand how, and a lot of these people that were commenting, they've been on my platform for years and now they're calling me a prick. They're saying I'm a fool. They're calling me all these names. Do you see, all along, they weren't listening. They didn't repent. They didn't do anything. They were just waiting for something to hear that they already heard over and over again. They're itching ears. It's just what they want to hear. You see, they're expecting you to tell them what they want to hear all the time. And it's a tone deafness. It's when you say something that actually will make them change or it means something for them to do something with their own lives, they don't want to hear any of that. And right when you say something that they don't agree with or something that they take to heart because they know that they're that thing and they're not dealing with it and they're in denial or whatever it is, right away it's the angry mob mentality of crucify him, stone him to death. He did something wrong when I didn't do anything wrong at all. I was trying to help them. It's crazy. It's just crazy. And I see why there's a lot of people that stopped. Now that I think about it, I know of a couple people that stopped making videos on YouTube, and I don't know why they stopped. Maybe it wasn't because of certain reasons I'm saying, but it's almost like the internet has just become, I don't even know. I don't even know how to say it or describe what it has become. It just don't feel like you can be you 100%. It's like you have to be you 98%. You know what I mean? You got to hold back that little bit because if you say something You know that there's going to be some person, there's going to be one apple out of the batch of 100 that's going to spoil the batch for the whole other 99 apples. And it's just there's just always one person. There just always got to be one person. Why? There always got to be that one problem there to just mess everything up, and then we don't do anything but get drugged back, and then nothing happens. We don't move on. We don't build anything. We don't create anything. We don't think about creating our own utopias here. We're just creating our own hells here by gossiping, pointing the finger, hating, saying everything's negative. How in the hell can we live like that? How can anybody live like that? So, anyway, I am done. I am done completely. I am never bringing this up on my platform again. And yeah, I'm just going to stop there with this one. I'm not even going to add anything. All of what I am, if you appreciate me as a person or you appreciate uh, revolutionaries that are honest and real, that are coping in life and speaking honestly and giving it everything, then everything that I am is down in the description in the blue links. That's me. That's my life. That's who I am. And whatever I give in these videos, that's what I have to offer. And what I have to offer is content. That's what I offer. I offer content, you know? How do we think that these people on YouTube and on TV and all these people, how do you think these people make a living? The channels that we watch. See, nobody wants to support the mom and pops places, but everybody wants to support the corporations and the higher people and the people that are getting richer and richer and richer and richer, but yet we won't support mom and pops places. It just don't make sense to me. And I'm just being honest. Hey, if I lose every subscriber and people don't understand this, people that go to work every day, people that are honest, people with integrity, people that understand, people with knowledge, people that appreciate their time, these are the people that will give back. You see, the people that really appreciate their own time because that's all they know is that they have is time. You see, in this world, when you're putting in time for something, that's money. That's just the way our world works. I don't want to do this for money. Do you think that I want to do this? If I had my needs and I had everything I need, I'm struggling right now. I don't have anything. I'm behind on rent. I don't have anything. Nothing. I'm just getting by the skin of my teeth. Now, see, I'm honest. But somebody that will fool people and lie to people and trick people and deceive people, these are the people that people support. They support people that tell them lies and bullshit all day long. And these are the people that are supported more. This is why I want to be the person. I want to be the person, but not take credit, not boast about it. I want to be the person to blow the motherfucking lid off of this shit. I want to be the person to say, what about all the smaller channels? Why don't we appreciate them, the ones that are really doing, that they're actually doing something, even if it's through words, even if it's through videos, because people don't see what creators do behind the scenes of it when you turn the video off. People, when they go to a video and they click on the video and they watch the video, it's just click the video and watch and it's there. But when I do a video, you got to take the video, export the video, put the video in, put it in a folder, put it on, type it in, upload it. You know, there's a lot that goes into it. You got to go do the video. You got to hold the camera up for an hour. You know, it's like when somebody goes to work and, you know, puts something in a box and pushes it down the belt. That's the same thing. They're putting in time and effort. It's the same thing. And they're getting paid 10, 12, 13, $14, whatever they get paid an hour. I'm not getting paid nowhere near anything. It's not even pennies an hour that I'm getting paid. You know, it's over a 4-year period. I'm just being as honest as I can be with people here. You see what I'm saying? And I know that those people will stick around. See, it's all the people that just come here to be negative and don't care about anything. I don't want them people on my platform anyway. I don't want them here anyway. I never did want them here. They thought that I wanted them here. I never wanted them here anyway. What are they offering? What are they doing? They're not doing nothing. It's just take, free, me, give me all the time. You know, and I see it as the same thing as somebody that goes to work. It's the same exact thing. And if I can't be honest, see, this is what I'm saying. If I can't be honest with the crowd, why would the crowd support someone that's not honest? Why? Why? I wouldn't support anybody that's not honest. I would not support a quality person. There is, I think there's 2 people that I was giving to their Patreon. 2 people, because they were quality people when I had it to give. But then when I didn't have to give, I wrote them a thing and said, look, I can't give you anything anymore. I can't pay for the Patreon anymore. I don't have it to give because I was broke. I was broke. And it's just crazy. Like, you know, people will go and buy a Starbucks coffee for $5 and they'll buy another one probably later on and spend $10. But then when you're a channel that says, you know, can you give a pledge for 3, 5, 10, $20 a month if you have to give it for content, for time and effort? And then they say, well, well, why? What are you offering me? I'm already offering something. I'm making videos. I'm making content. And then it looks like I'm begging. It looks like I'm begging people and stuff. And that's not what it is, you know? And I heard some other channels saying about this and talking about this. And it just, when I heard them talking about this, I was just like, oh my goodness. Like, what has this world come to? What has it come to? There's no servitude. There's no serving others. There's no giving back to others. It's just like a dead world. It's like dead people, dead world, dead platforms. I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. Well, I do, but I do understand it, but at the same time, I say it's just a lack of quality going on here. That's what it is. It's a lack of quality. And why do people not want to be quality people? You see, I want to be able to reflect onto somebody, back onto myself, what I am too. You see? And if people are here just to listen to the videos and you don't want to give anything, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just saying, think about it. If you're somebody here that says, look, I don't want to pay you money. I just want free content and I want to listen to your content. That's fine. That's fine. See, it's only the people that are ignorant and and hate money and don't understand that money's a tool, that just have hatred and all these other things. They'll just come out and say, "Oh yeah, you've been doing videos all this time and now you're asking for money. Money is this and that, and why are you asking for money?" This sounds like a little kid. It sounds like I don't know, maybe a 10-year-old, an 11, 12-year-old. This is not what a man says. This is not what men that use their mind and brain say. They don't say things like this. And then they'll say this thing, I'm guilt tripping, I'm asking for handouts, etc., etc., etc. I know the whole game. I know how these people are, and I have no time for them. The quality people on here, I know they'll stick around. I know the quality people will help support the platform. I know that people that are willing to learn, people that are willing to listen, people that are actually willing to repent and change their ways, people that are willing to, they're looking for an honest cope. I know those people will be here. And like I said, I'm not bringing this up anymore. I didn't even want to make this video. See, I had to make this video because of other people's ignorance. I had to make this video because other people don't understand and ain't looking into stuff for themselves. I had to make this video because I had to let my pride, I had to let my anger, I had to let everything that I really wanted to say. I had to, be I had to think. I had to think, you see, before I got on here. And it does. It really does make me angry that I have to make a video like this or say these kinds of things, because it's like when you realize the root of an issue and the root of a problem, and you see that other people are not understanding or getting it because they don't want to get it, it's just like, okay, I'm moving on. I have to go from that to this. If that's not doing whatever, okay, I'm moving on. It's a continual moving on process. Moving on, moving on, moving on. I don't have time to waste here, you know? It's sometimes I even question myself, why keep doing this if I'm not getting anything from it? I'm just being honest. I ask myself, why even keep doing this? I do want to keep doing it though. This is all I want to do. I don't want to do anything else. If I can make just enough to pay my rent, and if I need extra money for food and stuff and whatever, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want anything. I don't want to get rich. I don't want thousands of dollars. I don't want a huge house, a nice car. I don't care about any of that stuff. None of that stuff means anything to me. Now, I'm being as absolutely honest as I can be here. I mean, I'm spewing my guts out on camera to the internet that trusts nobody, that just, you see, the internet is a very cold place. And you see, I'm trying to relate with cold and I'm trying to be warm. It ain't a trying thing. I'm being as sensible as I can be. I'm letting it be known, but it almost seems like a lot of people, they do not even want that. They don't want honesty. They don't want to know what's honest. They don't want to have integrity. They don't want to be quality people. I mean, it just, sometimes I just think I'm the only one doing these things, and a select other few. That's why I say 0%ers, because I know there's not going to be a lot of people. I know there's not going to be a lot of people, and I'm fine with that. I've already made up my mind that very few people um want what I want, or want to see what I see, or have the vision, a similar vision than my own vision. You see what I'm saying? I have a vision for my life. But see, the thing is, do y'all out there have a vision for your life? That's the question. We all need our own vision here. We all need something to cope with here. We all need something real, unique, authentic. We all need that for ourselves. We need to find that thing. That's the most important thing here. I don't matter. This channel doesn't matter. Nothing matters. It matters that you have that thing And see, when you realize this, you will appreciate others that are like this. That's what I'm saying. That's how we serve one another, is through that. In and of that, in and of itself. That's something. That's something to take refuge in. That's something to put everything into. That's something to say, I'm also a quality person. And I'm not going to let this world drag me to hell with them. And that takes a lot of balls. That takes a lot of courage. That takes a lot of discernment, knowledge. That takes a lot of putting things upon yourself to get there. See, I'm not the special person here. It's not about me. It is not about, quote, me. It's not about me, because non duality, we are all in all one. We're just not understanding that we're one. And that's why we don't serve each other. That's why we don't support each other. That's why we break each other down, because we're comparing each other. That's what they want us to do. They want us comparing. They want us taking a side. They want us to do this. They don't want us to be neutral. They don't want us to be of a neutral mind with servitude. They don't want us to be activists. The powers that be that control the rich and the people at the bottom, and the ignorant people and the people that want to stay in the dark with everything, they're going to do everything they can because they don't have the knowledge and they don't want to change. They don't want to repent from that. They're going to stay like that. And you know, it's like, I know that I seem serious, but really I'm not serious. I'm angry. I have a righteous anger in me. I have a righteous fire in me that is just, that is fair, that is honest, that is a real cope, that is something that is real, authentic, genuine, unique, all of these things. This is what I tell myself every day. And if we would do this with ourselves, if you out there would start telling yourself this and write it in a notebook, you will start living that way. It doesn't mean that you're fooling yourself and tricking yourself. And I'm telling you, don't believe these people that are just negative about everything and say, oh, well, you're just lying to yourself saying all those things. You're just in denial. You're fooling yourself. See, they want you to come down to where they are. They want you to be in their own misery. That's why they do that. That's why they say these things. And you cannot fall for it. You cannot fall for that, because if you do, you're going to fall right in the pit that they're in. And I don't want them to be in that pit. I don't want them to be in that pit. That's why I do this. That's why I spread this. But they don't want to change. They don't want to listen. They don't want to open up that part of their mind to let that discernment in, because they know that they're going to have to be accountable. They're going to have to be responsible. They're going to have to discipline themselves to do that. But they don't realize that's where the life is. That's a life worth living, is when we're doing these things and practicing these things, not all those other things. Just look at the state of the world. Look at the state of the world right now. Look how depressed everybody is. Look how negative everybody is. Look how everybody hates each other. Just look at it. Are you seeing what's going on here? Are your eyes opened yet? If your eyes aren't opened at this point, we really need to check ourselves, all of us. All of us, even me. I need to keep checking myself, especially me. I'm the top priority to check, just like everybody else out there is. And see, when we start living like that amongst each other and having responsible fun, you see, and talking about things of serving and activism and spreading awareness and something that is tried and true, that is where the quality lies. See, SBN is quality. SBN Resonate is quality. SBN Natan, my name, is quality. SBN Revolution is quality. SBN Philosophy is quality. SBN The One is all in all one. We're all in all one. And we can be the quality while we're here, if we choose to be the quality while we're here. Yes, all the things still happen in life. We're still getting older. We still are going to have a couple, if we do, health issues and hiccups and whatever. That stuff is not going to stop, but it's going to help us to cope with it better. It's going to help us to get through better, is what I'm saying. So I'm going to upload this to YouTube. I'm not putting, see, I was going to put a lot of the other videos on Patreon, but I didn't because I said, you know what? These videos need to be heard. They need to be heard because I got to get it out, and I think other people need to hear it. Because it's like, I don't know. I'm done. I don't want to go any further. The video is already too long. So, anyway, you know, like I said before, if you can pledge 3, 5, 10, 20, 50, whatever you have to give, go on Patreon if you want more content. I'm not forcing anybody to do anything. If you want to give to, if you want to help donate to the PayPal, if you want to buy me a coffee, I have 3 links in the description. If you want to do either or, that's up to you. But if you keep wanting free content and you want to just watch content, that's up to you too. I'm still going to upload videos. I'm just saying, think about it. Keep this in mind, because how are we going to serve each other or give to each other or have servitude if we're just always getting and getting and getting and receiving, if and we're never giving anything back? That doesn't make sense. That's an oxymoron. That's not even a double standard. It's really, when you think about it, it's kind of really not fair if you really think about it. And I'm not guilt tripping people. I'm just saying, would you give somebody a ride to a job for 4 years straight and not ask for gas money and not ask for any money at all and put the gas in yourself? Would you do that? No. Would you go to a job and even stand in one place and say you're a security guard and you're sitting in a booth? I'm just using an example. And I even know I have a subscriber that has a job. Would you sit in that booth and not get paid? Oh, I'll do it for nothing. I'm just going to sit here in the booth. I'll do it for nothing. That's all right. I'll sit here for 10 hours. You're all right. No, I don't need gas, no gas money. Nah, it's all right. Nah, I don't need none. I'll pay for it. Would you do that as a person? That is, it makes no sense. It just makes no sense. But see, people don't see it like that. They don't see the quality in other people. They don't see that quality in themselves, probably. You see what I'm saying? Because quality people, their time and their effort is the person that is a quality person that's putting their time into something. And that could be everybody. Everybody can put their time into something. There's no excuse. There's really no excuses. So, and that's what this channel is. It's a no excuse platform too. And if somebody can't handle that, if somebody is offended or takes it to heart, or it's something that you just do not resonate with at all, then maybe this is not a platform for you. Maybe this is not a channel for you. I'm not trying to shun people away or blow people away or push people away. That's not what I'm trying to do. But I'm just saying, this is going to be counterproductive. This is going to be something that sooner or later, I'm going to say something and you're not going to agree, or it's going to be something that ruffles your feathers because you might not have understood or knew about it or been told about it, and you're going to hear it and it's going to sound foreign. It's going to sound alien to you. You see what I'm getting at here? And then that will turn into the angry mob again. That's what we want to get away from. That's what we don't want. And I'm saying this for everybody. I'm not singling people out. I'm saying this for everybody. I'm saying this for the whole platoon. I'm not just saying this to one soldier and then not telling all the other soldiers. I'm telling the whole platoon, stand up, platoon. Stand guard. Left, right, left, left, right, left. That's what I'm doing. You see, I'm not saying, "Oh, well, Tom, no, you're better than Steve, so go over there, you're out, you're excluded." Steve, left, right, left, or "Oh, no, you two, you don't need to hear this. You don't need to hear this. You're excluded, but these five other guys, I need to tell them this." Do you see? That's the comparing. That's the taking sides. That's showing favoritism. That's doing all those things. I'm not saying that I don't like things and I don't pick things and I don't do anything like that. But it just comes down to honest people are honest. Liars are liars. People that don't lie don't lie. Cheaters cheat. Thieves steal. Copers cope. You see what I'm saying? It's just common sense stuff. It's all it is. So anyway, I'm done. I'm done. If you got this far in the video, hey, hats off to you. I'm not giving you praise, but hats off to you if you got this far in the video. And look, if you don't want to go on the Patreon, if you don't want to uh give donations to the channel, like the video and share the video. Get the video out there for other channels to hear. Do it. Just do it. Nike. Just do it. It's like the more we live in fear, the more we're going to be paralyzed. The more we're just going to sit and do nothing and just, it's going to be a repetitive thing. And yes, life is repetitive. I already said this. It is repetitive. It is monotony, but break up the monotony. Find a craft, find something to do. I'm not preaching. I'm not telling anybody to do something I wouldn't do myself. I'm just saying these are the things I need to do. That's why I'm saying it to everybody out there, because I need to do it myself. I am just a reflection of myself on this channel. I'm just telling myself this and I'm throwing it out there to others because I care for this. I care that I'm a quality person while I'm here. And quality people appreciate, give to, help, understand, support, do all those things with other quality people. That's just how the world is today. Is a tribe going to leave one of the persons out not to eat the food? Is the tribe going to go pick berries and say, well, there's 40 berries for me, but none for you. Oh, your stomach will be good. You could just breathe in air and you'll be all right. That makes no sense. It makes no sense, man. Woman, it makes no sense. Whoever's listening, and I went on far enough, but I need to explain this so that I don't have to bring it up again. And if somebody does ask me, I'm going to leave them a link for this video. But then if I do, they might not even watch the whole thing. So it's like, because the video is so stinking long, so they might not even get here. But anyway, I wanted to throw this out there for everybody that listens. I wanted to throw this out there for everybody so that everybody can know these things for themselves, so that you're not in the blind and in the dark for when you're doing something or when something comes or when something happens to you, because it's gonna happen to all of us. Things are gonna happen all the time. It ain't never gonna stop. It's life. This is life. Get used to it. People do things, and I was watching the Burning Man thing, and it's like, people are well, I don't remember the word I wanted to use, but people are disgusting people. I mean, they do disgusting things. That's what people do. Humans do things because they don't understand what they're doing. And the text that I'm using it is people are people. And until people are confronted or people learn something, then they're going to keep doing all of these ignorant, stupid, idiotic, foolish things. You see, it's never going to stop with that person because how many people are going to take it upon themselves to stop doing something themselves? How many people are going to stop rollerblading? Well, I don't know the analogy to use, but how many people, if they never touched a hot stove and burnt their hand, then they would just touch it all the time. They would never stop. There has to be something there to say, stop. You got to stop this so that you don't do that and maybe do this thing, you know? So, anyway, y'all, listen. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the support. If you have to give, give. Go to the Patreon. Uh, keep keeping it real. Don't fall for the stupid things. Don't fall for the traps. Watch what you're listening to. And this means for everything. I warned you. I've warned you. And I told you as open and honest as I possibly could. All right? Later.